Greetings, my icicle compadres. Today is all about those level 4 decos and how they hurt my soul. Like, seriously hurt my soul. Firstly, I actually want to commend Capcom and the Monster Hunter team for a genuinely challenging endgame. I don't want to brag, but by the end of World's duration and everything that came out, how it was all working, I sort of just got to a point of where I wasn't stale or bored of it. It's just nothing was really a challenge anymore. It was basically, for me at that point, all about Arch-Tempered Xeno'jiiva and Nergigante. They were the only things that sort of put me on edge. The rest of it was just sort of, oh, another monster, it'll be dead in 5 minutes, never mind. However, so far, we're still in the base version of Iceborne. There's more patches to come out, Rajang, Safi-Jiiva, etc, etc. Don't want to be too spoilery, but that's basically actually the limit of really all I know that's coming out. I've tried not to keep up to date with it. However, even at this point, this is a tempered Kirin in Master Rank. I have maxed out this entire set. I've got the highest defense. I've got like 920 odd defense. I deal relatively good damage. I remember quite a lot of the iframes with the heavy bowgun versus a lot of the monsters. Some of the new ones are a bit iffy still, and honestly, this Kirin genuinely gives me a run for my money. There are certain times when I decide to block an attack and I'm left with no stamina whatsoever, and I'm clinging on for dear life health wise. It is genuinely challenging. At the same time though, I kind of feel like people that aren't particularly as good at the game are really going to struggle, simply because these guys hit hard. I mean, there's a block from a full attack. Look how much health I have left. It's a little bit silly, a little bit of a joke, but it's genuinely challenging and I do enjoy it, and I really do commend Capcom for an actual challenge finally. However, that being said, the Tempered Elder Dragons are probably one of the best ways to get the level 4 decos in this game at the moment, and some of them are stupid. Not because the decos themselves are terrible, but just the mechanic of how a lot of them are obtained, which, well, I'm doing it now, it's kind of really irritating. I kind of wish you could get two decos and just splice them together to get, as long as it was within the realms of possibility, so you couldn't make an attack expert or attack critical boost or critical eye, bloody bloody blah. As long as it was in the realms of what the game allowed, you could just splice them together, because this is actually bloody difficult, and I can imagine a lot of people seriously struggling with the Tempered Elder Dragons, especially with ones like Kirin. Tio is a bit of a nightmare as well. He's very quick, he's very aggressive, and the main thing that's really going to catch people by surprise, as well as with Tempered Luna, is their heat procs. When you jump on them, literally your health just vanishes pretty darn quick. So you are guaranteed to need health guard. But there are, like I said, there are ways around it, but still, if you don't have it, just you mounting the monster or doing the clutch claw attack, that will most likely kill you. So as much as I am loving the challenge of the endgame at the moment, it is not going to be for everyone. People are going to struggle with this, and I can see it being a whingy point for a lot of people. And for me, at that point, with a game like this, because of Capcom's stance on how they've treated mods already, that is basically just going to near enough force people into using mods to get what they want without having to do the grind. So, as an idea, I personally would say let us splice together the decos we have, so that we could put a tenderizer and a medicine. Even if you have to go through the guiding lands and get a bunch of resources, let us be able to get two decorations, put them together. It can cost as many friggin' points as you want. Like, make it really expensive still, so you've got to grind for it, but you potentially don't have to go to the likes of a one-shot wonder like Tempered Kirin here, because Pony Boy be mad. So that is, for me, at this point, kind of like a bit of a problem. When Rajang's coming out, and Rajang's going to kick the crap out of most tempered monsters just on its base form. And I imagine there's a tempered Rajang as well. So, generally overall, what I'm kind of asking is, I don't want to say an easy mode, but have a way in which people are able to get the same results without having to go for the tempered Thunder Pony. Because this is really going to mess people up. I mean, one attack through a shield nearly killed me. Obviously, could be using different mantles, sort my gear out a bit better, go for a bit more thunder resist. There's a million and one things. I'm just saying, I personally don't mind doing this. It's kind of why I'm doing it right now. It's just a lot of people are not going to be able to do this. Like, a lot. It is really going to annoy a lot of people, and from what I've noticed, a lot of the mods at the moment do not work, if not all of them. So potentially giving those people that will be more inclined to use mods a not so angry Thunder Pony way to get what they're after in-game legitimately might be a better route to go, I'm just saying. At which point, if you're like me, I think at the time of this recording I'm about master rank 200 and this one put me to 250, I'm pretty sure. So I have a pretty substantial collection of my level 4 decos, as I am showing here. There's no real way to organise them, and it's actually painful trying to find what you are after. Like, it takes me more time to sort through the decos I've got than it does to get the decos I'm after. Although I am still missing Evasion Expert and Evasion Release, which is... I'm getting so much crap. So much crap. Flawless Vitality. What the hell? But still, there needs to be a way to sort these properly. And typically in games, when you go to sort and then say skills, the skills are shown in alphabetical order, which would be epic because it takes me just as long to find the skill I'm after in this skills list as it does trying to find the friggin' decoration in the first place. At the moment, I'm trying to find peak performance or flawless or whatever you've named it under, and it just takes so much time. It's bone idle, it's boring, and it hurts. Please sort alphabetically, please. But with all that being said, I do love myself a bit of Thunder Pony, just don't like the results of how it all works. I kind of feel like a lot of the tempered Elder Dragon investigations as well don't really drop enough to actually maximise your farm. I typically only get like 1 or 2 at a time. Most of my tempered hunts are just level 2 threats. I've got a few level 1s, but most are level 2. Not many are of the Elder Dragon variety, which is a bit of a shame. I've really only done TO, I've got 1 TO quest, you get 3 of them, but I've got 1 of them which got done pretty quick. Luna was an entertaining one. Kirin is the main one I get. I haven't yet gotten Black Veil, Kushala, Namiel, apart from the optional Namiel you get, but still, you don't really tend to get a lot of them, so I'd like a way to get them more often for those people that do want them. But generally speaking, really impressed with the game so far. There's a few things that are sort of like, that's stupid, but such as the decoration sorting. It's never been more apparent than it is now that you've got 2 skills on 1 decos, that it really, really does need sorting. And one that really confuses me is that when you look for, say for example, your expert jewels, it will give you every mix of expert under the sun and then put your expert level 4, just the blank one of just expert, at the bottom. Or in the middle somewhere. It's like, what if that's the one I'm generally looking for? Anyway, that's enough complaining from me. Level 4 decos really do hurt my soul, and I hope to see you again pretty darn soon. Have fun, good luck, and don't die. It's bad for the health.